Hi, this is Liz McComb, and you know you're watching Stay Tuned Television, so you better stay tuned.
Bonjour à tous, j'espère que vous allez bien. Vous êtes sur Stay Tuned, bien évidemment. Nouveau numéro, nouvelle émission avec une invitée de marque, Liz McComb. How you fine?
I'm fine.
Vous êtes américaine?
Yes, I am. I'm an American.
Vous êtes née à Cleveland?
Cleveland, Ohio is my nativity.
Vous êtes pianiste,
Yes.
compositrice,
Composer, yes.
de gospel.
Gospel and other music, period.
Blues.
But I choose gospel after. I choose to do the gospel. Je commence avec gospel. In my travels, in my heart, I wanted to sing Broadway music. I didn't want to sing gospel. And I was raised as a daughter of a pastor. You know, you have to make your life. And then after I made experiences, I thought more about the gospel to do it. And I wanted to do it after. But in the beginning, I thought it was maybe old and something that I didn't love. But I come to love it. You know, I wanted to learn to do other music. I did also R&B. I did jazz music. So I'm well-rounded. I know even to do country. And in America, you have to study your craft. You just can't say, I'm a star, because you have a voice. You have to study always.
Okay.
Music, always learn and study. By that I mean work with others, work with other artists, work with other musicians to make you better. You don't want to work if the music is not good. If you want to work with people that are better. And they would say to me, no, baby, that's wrong. Sing it this way and do this one. And it helped me a lot.
Là, en fait, ça, c'est ce qui vient de sortir. C'est un livret, c'est un coffret intégral avec 9 CD, 3 DVD, qui retrace un petit peu votre carrière.
Oui, ça, c'est ma producteur. Il fait ça. We had a big discussion about this. And he wanted to do it, and je suis obligée. I have to do what he asks sometime. Me, I love the music so much. I don't really care for production. I don't really care for the business side because I'm an artist. By that I mean, I like it, you know what I mean? But I'm so busy with the music, you know, I don't have time to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
So God put us together. I have to put it like that. And he's really a friend. He's really a friend. And it was not where we saw each other and like each other. I did not like him. I met him here at his club, and I came late. I came late to do, he had a place full of people in the mode. Everybody was kind of famous and having a private party. And he asked me to come and do blues, and I do blues as well. And he had a big white piano at the back, and the place was beautiful. Everybody was beautiful. And I walked in. He said, "You are late." And I was like, you know, I said, "But I couldn't find your place." Yeah, blah, 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 blah. He was screaming at me. And I started to cry. And his wife said, "Oh, poor Liz." I was furious. I didn't say anything. And he said, "You go and you play now." And I went and I played. And I went for blood. And when I finished, he said, "You know you good." I said, "You are not." I said, "You pay me my money." I was crying. I was still mad. "You pay me and I go." and he paid me, and he would call me back. He said, "You come back." I said, "No." And that went on for a long time. And finally we end up working together. And a dear friend of mine who is dead, Greg Hunter, I worked with him before I knew Gerard, a great pianist. He said to me, he said, "Baby, give the man a chance. He just trying to help you." I said, "But he don't." He said, "No, give him a chance." And I had my mother tell me, she said, "You know, give him a chance." So I had to think about it, and we worked together. He was looking for someone to work with. But we did it. We had Grande dispute. From the minute we met, it was one dispute. I mean, it was dynamite. It was volcano. We met, bam! You know, it was always a fight, you know. But after he learned me, and he know I am hot, but I keep my word. I'm like a farmer. I am the part of me that's the artist, je suis passion. But if I give you my friendship, if I shake your hand and tell you I do to the death. I don't break, je suis pas cassé. Never. I never break. So if I'm with you, I'm with you. You know, I'm like that.
Et que symbolise pour vous le gospel?
It's the good news of Jesus Christ. It is the good news. Now I know it's in fashion, but the story is the same. The story of love, of the love of God, is the same. So even though we do jazz, I do jazz, I do gospel in a jazz way, in the tradition, because my singing is really based in the tradition of gospel and jazz, where the two would work together. Many of the artists did traditional gospel with the jazz sound. So that's not new how I do. What's new is that the people do praise and worship with just choir. That's new. But to play music with horn, like what we're going to do, to play it with drum and piano is not new. It's from the tradition.
Vous essayez aussi de garder un petit peu cette essence-là du gospel, c'est-à-dire au niveau des textes, au niveau de la composition, que ça soit justement un petit peu l'essence même du gospel.
Not just the essence, the truth of the gospel. The message for me never changed. Jesus is love. You know, the Commodores wrote a song, and they were doing Commodores. She's a brick, pop, 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 house. And then they wrote a song called Jesus is Love, which is gospel. And they put it in their record. You know this? And the African Americans have always done gospel. That's what the world find out now. We never changed our tradition. A lot of people, even James Brown, he played organ, he played gospel. He was an organist. Ray Charles, he was one of the first to do gospel and blues together. I got a want way over town, she's good to me, and that's gospel changes. And the church, now the problem was the church, not the other people. Ray Charles, he's Satan, il est profane. They did not accept him, you know. But I think the destiny was big for us to do. And now you got really great choirs in Guadeloupe, Martinique, in Africa. You got it all over the world. China, Japan, France. Gospel is big because the scripture tell me to go into all the world and preach the gospel. And gospel is like, it's magnetic. If you give, it's everywhere.
Sur le DVD, on voit un passage qui m'a marqué, c'est qu'avant de commencer le show, on voit, vous êtes en réunion, que ce soit les musiciens et vous êtes au centre justement des musiciens, et j'ai l'impression que vous communiquez quelque chose. Qu'est-ce que vous vous dites?
You know, I know a lot of the singers want to be in front and the musicians in the back. For me, the musicians are equally as important or more than the voice, because you can play without a voice. A voice need the music to accompany. But me, I have a relationship with people I work with, especially pianists and composers and writers. They make a dress when they work with me to fit me. So I work with them very personal. I have a natural gift to know the music. God gave that to me. If it's right, je suis d'accord. And I'm okay with the musician. I want them to feel free. It's like a family for me. Sometimes I'm their sister, and sometimes I'm their mama, and sometimes they're my mama. You know what I mean? And I work with them, and we work together. They help me, and I help them, because otherwise it would not work.
Vous avez un lien particulier avec la France. Qu'est-ce que la France symbolise pour vous?
It's very similar to America, the democracy. I love the French because they are very much human. They care for other people. They go when you have problems in Haiti, you have problems in the other countries, you know, the other countries, Iran and Iraq and the places that just was free. They want to go and help. The people are suffering, and I really respect that a lot. And the Americans as well. And they stand for liberty and freedom for everybody. We need more of that everywhere. And I love the fact that the French take time for dinner with family. I love that. I love that they have good food and good wine. And many of the places in America, particularly in Louisiana, is French. So we have a big marriage, the French and the Americans together in our life. The French gave the Statue of Liberty to Americans, and our history go back. We go back in our history. I mean, it's really wonderful.
Et vous vivez en France ou aux États-Unis? Vous faites
les deux.
Les deux, c'est ça.
Ouais.
Ouais. On se penche sur ce coffret là.
Ouais.
Donc 3 DVD, 9 CD. Est-ce que vous prenez le temps de regarder ce que vous avez fait?
I'm very much in the moment. I'm an artist. You better take me now, because I'm so crazy. I may come up with a whole new program in 1 week, but I need that. You want to talk about a drug? I need to create. I need to always do music. I need to do something different. I don't want to do like everybody else, the fashion, because you can create the fashion. Vous comprenez?
Oui, je comprends.
And I want to be one of those that help, even if I may be behind. Maybe one day they will understand. Oh, this was done 20 years ago. Like rap, it's not new. It was done with the years ago in the 60s. You had Oscar Brown Jr. They were doing rap, but they didn't call it rap then. They call it the spoken word. So, I mean, it is the father. And now we always had preachers. Preaching always been. That's the spoken word.
Yes.
So I always want to create. That is really my gift. You know, even if I never put out a record, I love to write. Really, I'm a writer, and I love to stay sometime in my house, in my pajama, and I love to do music, you know. I always did. I would leave church when I was young. Après l'église, j'ai fait avec le cœur pour tout le monde, the service. I would leave and go home. We would have service. We would have dinner, and I go home. And I always had music in my head. Always like a radio. And I would go midnight, 1 o'clock. I had to go to school. I would go to the piano and I would write a song. And my mother would say, when you going to bed? When you go to bed so you can get up. But I could not sleep.
On sent une forte personnalité, une femme de combat un petit peu, que ce soit sur scène, il y a de l'énergie. Quels seront vos combats pour 2012?
Well, we have an idea to go to Haiti. We should have went to Haiti before now. But by the grace of God, let me put this in quotations, we will go to Haiti. We don't go for money. You know, of course I have to pay my musicians because they can live. You have to pay the musicians and take care of them. But I want to go, and with my producer, we're going to go. By the grace of God. Let me put that in there.
On est un peu en période de crise. On sombre un petit peu dans le côté négatif des choses. Et vous pensez justement que la foi permet justement de trouver cet équilibre, de toucher un petit peu le positif.
To the African community, we know about despair. Black people know about despair. We know about having no food. See, I come from little, I know. So I can say this with conviction. We know that already. And God has helped us to come to another place. And I said that to say this, that when we only make God money, we're going to lose. This is to Wall Street, and this is to anybody that make money. When you make your God money, you're not going to win, because there's a God in heaven, and he looked down on us, and he want us to share. He want us to help the poor. Don't just get rich, 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 and forget about other people. So we can, when you have the hungry, we must help feed those that don't have. And whatever, I have a project in America where every year we collect food for the inner city. So I never, you know, if I was rich, I wouldn't be rich long, because I know I'm at my best and my happiest when I'm sharing with someone. Mm. And I said that that is the lesson for us to learn through the crises, to be more careful, to be more aware of what we do with money. Only not to invest because you need money to live, but not to make it where it is your only focus. I have a gift of music. Someone else have a gift of being a doctor, even though you study, of course. But that is the gift God gave you to do, giving you a gift of being an architect or whatever your gift is. But we must never just focus on money. Money, 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 money makes the world go round, world go round, world go round. Money makes the world go round. And, you know, we have to think that outside of that, that we need to live. He wants us to take time for family, to take time for one another. And if you see someone that needs your help, help them.
Vous avez un œil sur ce qui se passe musicalement, mais plus dans la R&B soul, que ce soit des artistes comme Beyoncé, Alicia Keys, John Legend, Anthony Hamilton. Vous avez un œil sur tous ces artistes-là?
John Legend. He's one of my favorites for the young, because his music is based in the music that I'm based in, because he play piano as well. And if you ask him, he do his music, but he could do gospel if he had to. He already said that. His grandmother taught him to play for the church. So John Legend come from the real tradition. Mm. A lot of the artists, Beyonce, her father, they were all raised in church. Like I said to you a minute ago, every one of them had to go to church, had to play. Most of the jazz musicians played for the service, you know, especially in New Orleans. In the islands, the people played. They played the spiritual music. And John Legend is one that, he's great. Mary J. Blige, I love her. I love her music. I love what she's doing. I love Celine Dion. I love, you know, I just love the music, period. You know, I love it.
Et le rap? Rap music?
When they speak positive, yeah. When they speak in a way where a consciousness to the young people, to let them know about rap, because we had a group called NWA years ago. They were very political, hardcore. You know, that was before gangster rap, and they were political. They spoke they talked bad about the police. They talked about the politicians. You know, you was afraid, you know, but they made you aware of what was going on. And you had a musician called years ago, Gil Scott Heron.
Just got to run. Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
his music was very political.
Mm.
You know, and I'm a lover from him. I love his work.
Si on devait mettre quelques mots sur le gospel, ça serait quoi?
The gospel is the good news of Jesus Christ. C'est comme ça. Le message change pas. La musique change. C'est la musique rap, la musique soul, jazz. C'est donner le message. Mais le message change pas.
Et quel serait le mot de la fin pour conclure, pour the conclusion?
Thank you very much. But je suis content de rester avec vous. Bonne continuation avec votre
Je vous remercie
travail.
Hein, d'être
Ouais,
passé
c'est-
sur Stay Tuned.
Non, ça va.
Yeah.
Merci. Vous êtes
Merci à
jeune.
vous.
Votre career, you are in front with your career. May God bless your work and bless your station. And I'd like to thank my agent over here, Mr. Maxey, for bringing you. Just thank you, everybody, and thank the audience.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay.